transmitiendo para ti desde la Torre Latinoamericana, Ciudad de México. Somos Radeeal.FM. Conciencia colectiva. Montessori de la Condesa Radio. Una mirada al cambio.
¿Qué tal? Bienvenidos todos ustedes a Montessori de la Condesa Radio, una mirada al cambio, a nuestro programa número 159 en este martes 17 de marzo de 2026. Un día que amaneció muy bonito, desde aquí no parece, pero en la mañana yo sí veía las nubes, no se veía tan contaminado, pero conforme va pasando el día como que se va calentando y ya se va descomponiendo un poquito, pero francamente ya estamos con el calorcito y con las jacarandas floreando y estamos muy felices con un tema que han preparado aquí los chicos de Dragones, de Fénix, perdón, del área de inglés de Fénix. Y quiero comenzar presentando a una de mis co-conductoras, porque la verdad el día de hoy, en este programa que va a ser bilingüe, ¿no? Casi todo va a ser en inglés, prácticamente pues ellos, él y ellas van a llevar este programa a cabo, ¿no? Quiero comenzar presentándoles a Maya Guarneros Betancourt. Maya is 10 years old and lives in Mexico City. She lives with her parents, her sister Zoe, with Vero, Yuri, who help at home, her grandmother, and her puppy Leia. She likes drawing, painting, playing board games, spending time with her friends and family, and listening to music. She likes vanilla mochi, and she dislikes her family and friends when they are angry. She enjoys acting and directing plays. Nice. Welcome, dear Maya.
Thank you. I am very excited, and yes, I am also like very interesting because I proposed this radio with Leah. I was talking with Leah about what could be about the radio, and I say like, it could be about theater because I love acting.
So this was your idea.
Our idea. Yes.
Great. Okay.
Well, now I'm going to present Leah Staropolsky Bialak, with the surname nickname of Black, was born in Mexico City on June 23rd of 2015. She lives from Wednesday to Wednesday with her dad and her brother, and from Wednesday to Wednesday with her mom and her brother.
1 week and 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she also has a cat named Gato. Her hobbies are drawing, eating, doing aerial dance, singing, hairstyling, asking weird questions, and watching TV. She loves elotes, especially with mayo, cheese, and a little bit of tajin. Of the other hand, she hates mint. Some of her talents are making voices, hugging, keeping her eyes open for a long time, and acting. Finally, she loves to make bad jokes, like...
Why does a banana wear sunscreen?
Why?
So she doesn't puke.
Thank you, Maya.
thank you, and I'm very happy to be here. And well, now I'm gonna present Parth Singh Bura. He was born in where? Gurgaon.
Where's that?
India.
In India.
On June 15th of 2015 at 11 something a.m. He lives in Condesa now. He moved to Mexico because his dad got a job here. He lives with his dad, his mom, and his dog Manu. Yeah? Well, Parth's favorite hobbies are swimming and playing video games. He also likes playing with his dog and sleeping. Parth doesn't like getting sick or being bored.
Thank you, Leah, and I am very happy to be here. Now I'm going to present Nova's story or biography. Nova Romero Tabata was born on June 1st, 2016 at about 11 p.m. Her home city was New York, but she spent most of her life in California and Merida. She is in Mexico City right now and lives with her two parents and dog. Her cousins and grandma visit, and she has two brothers named Espen and Devin. Her dog sister is called Charlie, and her hobbies are drawing, singing, aerial dancing, gymnastics, crafting, pottery, braiding hair, horseback riding, dancing, making bracelets, and watching TV.
Wow.
A lot of things.
Okay.
She likes her dog, her friends, skincare, braiding hairs, and donuts. She doesn't like meat, toxic friends, getting wet, homework, math, and falling. She has done one play in her life and two dances, two talent shows. The play she did was Horton Hears a Who. The dancer were jazz and hip hop, and the talent show was singing a song and dancing with her best friend to Waka Waka.
Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome, Nova. Nova, where are your parents from?
My dad is from Hawaii and my mom is from Monterrey.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting me to the radio. I will now present Ramon's biography. Ramon Verones is an actor and educator born in Morelia, Michoacan on July 17th, 1994. He studied acting at Casa Azul, a performing arts school in Mexico City. He has participated in various film, commercial, and theater projects. Alongside his artistic work, he also works as a Montessori English teacher.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here today.
Very, very welcome, Ramon.
Thank you so much.
You know, Ramon is also an English teacher in Montessori de la Condesa.
Yes,
And-
I'm over there in Casa Manantial every day with my kids, over in my English area. But when I'm not an English teacher, I am an actor, you guys. I don't know if, well, I know Parth knew this, but I don't know if anyone else knows it.
I know since like a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah, same
okay.
with me, same with me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Well, Nova, to start the program, could you tell us what theater is?
Theater is a collaborative performing art form where live actors portray stories, characters, or ideas for a present audience, typically within a dedicated space. But let's ask our expert Ramon. To you, what is theater?
Theater, for me, is the most thing I can do in the world. It's what I enjoy the most. Like, there is nothing I can compare to theater. How happy it makes me, the collaboration between all of my peers when we're doing a play, it's incomparable to anything else I've ever experienced before. It's like probably one of the hardest things I have ever done, and also the teamwork that makes me the most proud out of all of the teamwork I've ever done. Probably my theater teamwork is the one that makes me the most proud. Yes.
First, I know there are different types of theater plays. What are they? Do you know?
Yes, there are 5 types of plays. Musical theater. It is a play with singing and dancing featuring iconic songs and elaborating production numbers. Drama or plays. It is a traditional narrative ranging from classic scripted plays to modern from contemporary or avant-garde works. Tragic comedy. A hard form that blends elements of both tragedy and comedy, often featuring a serious subject matter that ends happily. Tragedy. Serious, intense plays based on human suffering. Comedy. Designed to be humorous, often featuring with dialogue, peculiar characters, and happy endings. Ramon, what types of plays do you do?
Sorry. I have done most kinds of plays. I think the only one I haven't been able to experience is musical theater. I have never done a musical. But I have done comedies, I have done tragedies, I have done tragic comedies. And out of all of those, probably the one I enjoy doing the most are comedies. It's also, I believe, one of the hardest forms of theater to do. Comedy is hard because it's all about timing. You need to be very quick, and when you're saying your lines, they have to land on a specific timing, otherwise the joke doesn't work and nobody thinks it's funny. So there's a tricky part to comedy that I really, really enjoy. But as an actor, I have been fortunate enough to do all kinds of theater, except for musical theater. Even though I can sing, I don't think it's my forte at all. Especially dancing, I'm not very good at dancing. Singing, maybe I could work it out, I can try it. But dancing is a whole nother story. I am not a very good dancer.
But would you like to try once?
Of course.
Yeah.
Anything about theater I would be willing to do at least once. I don't think there's anything about theater that of course I can find many things challenging, because doing theater is not particularly easy. It requires dedication and discipline. And if you are gonna do theater like as a living, you have to be very conscious that it's also a huge commitment. Like, people are gonna be waiting for you at the theater to see your performance, and you have to sacrifice perhaps a wedding or a friend's birthday, or maybe many other personal things that can come up that you have to miss, because you have an audience that's going to be waiting for you at a theater.
You have a commitment with it.
Yeah, you have to be very committed to it.
At what time do you do theater? Because you have to
to work in school?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Since I started working at the Montessori, I haven't been able to do much theater. I have done a couple of other acting things that are not theater, a few short films and some TV stuff. But if I were to do some theater, I would have to do it during my time off the school. So in the evenings, after school, I would have to find time to rehearse everything that has to be done with the play. And normally the shows are on Thursdays or the weekend, so I wouldn't have problem with giving the show, because that would normally be on the weekends, so I wouldn't have school. But for the rehearsals and all of the work that leads up to the performance, I would have to do it on the afternoons.
Would you want to having not If you would have to leave one of those,
One of those rubs, which one would I pick? That is such a hard question. I'm not sure. I am very happy being a teacher. When I became an actor first. That's what I studied in school. And that is for sure like one of my passions. And the other one of my passions is being a teacher. I really do enjoy it. So I don't know if I could pick either one of the two. I think that if I had to pick, I would be happy with whichever of the two options I choose. I don't think there's one I can pick. Even though acting is one of my passions, being a teacher is also one of my other passions in school. So I would be
That was
happy.
a hard question.
That was a hard question, yeah, because I don't know if I could pick between my passions. I think I'd be happy if I had to pick. I'd be happy with whatever I get. But yeah, if I can do both, I think that'd be better.
And how many years have you been acting?
I have been acting, professionally, like 6 years now. But I have been acting before I officially became an actor and studied for it. I used to film short films with my friends since I was in secondary school. And my first theater workshop ever was also during secondary school. So that has been like 15 years probably since I began acting. Yeah, half of my life.
well, do you want to ask something, Nova?
Yeah. Leah, what was the first play to be performed?
My first ever play was probably when I was around 13, 14 years old, and it was a pastorela in my theater workshop back in Morelia. I had the main role. The play's name was El Diablo También Quiere Su Fiesta, and it was a play about how the devil was feeling jealous because he didn't get a party, a posada, each year like El Niño Dios, and so he wanted to have a party that year. And I got to play the title role in that play. I was the devil, and that was...
I can see you.
You can see me? Oh yeah. That was the first play I ever did, and I got to play the main role, and that is how I fell in love with theater completely. That's when I decided that's one of the things I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And Leah, what was the first play to ever be performed?
The first Western theatrical performance began 6th century before Christ, Athens, around 534 before Christ. Thespis is believed to have become the first actor by stepping out of the chorus.
That is true.
Although the plays from that time are lost, but Astellus played the Persians in 472 before Christ is the oldest surviving play in history of theater.
Yeah, that is true. When I was in school, I'm sorry. That play is the oldest one that survives, but it's not complete. So many writers have written versions of what's missing of that play. So that's what's very interesting about that one. I haven't read all of the versions, but yeah, that's what I think is very interesting. I'm sorry, you can continue.
Maya, who invented theater?
The first who invented theater was Thespis of ancient Greece, specifically on Athens, with the first record theatrical competition taking place around 534 and 535 before Christ.
Theater was invented in ancient Greece, specifically in Athens, around the 6th century BCE. Developed from religious festivals honoring the god Dionysus.
That's what we know. Don't you think that maybe it's older?
Older? Yeah. I mean, the theater as a whole, like, thing, it's, as Part said, comes from Greece. But, like, the essence of theater, yes, I think it could be much, much older. My theater teachers would say that in the olden days, the first people that would be considered actresses would be people at funerals. I think they're called planideras in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
But there were these women that were hired to cry for the people who had died in the funeral.
I could be there because I know how to cry.
You know how to cry on the spot? That is so cool.
Actually,
Closer
right now I'm
to-
gonna
to-
do
to-
it.
Oh, you need to get closer to
Right
it.
now I'm gonna do it in the talent show.
Ah, you're gonna cry at the talent show?
Yeah.
That
No,
is such
no,
a
no,
fun.
no.
Oh.
Like right now in the radio, but in like a moment.
In a
when
question.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That is such a cool ability to have. I don't have it, and whenever I have had to cry
You need an onion.
on a play, I need an onion. Yeah, it's been a big worry of mine to be able to cry.
Now a question for Nova. Why was theater invented? What's its objective?
Well, theater wasn't really invented like a light bulb or a car. It actually started a long, long time ago, even before people had books. They started it to talk with gods, to tell cool stories, and to practice hunting. Ramon, do you agree? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think the beginnings of theater are in fact like very ritualistic. Most of the Greek plays talk about gods and how people or men get in trouble with the gods and how the gods punish these people to show them a lesson. So yeah, in its origin, I think theater is almost like a religious act. A fun fact about this, in the olden days when people used to have theater plays, there was this machine that they would call Deus ex machina, or God of the machine, and it was the machine that the theater technicians used to make the gods in the play fly. So it was like a crane where they would tie like the actor, and then at the end of the play, because that was the moment when normally like the divine intervention would come and fix or end with a certain situation during a play, the actor playing as the god would be lowered from the heavens with the help of this machine. It's very, very interesting. And now the name of the machine, the Deus ex machina, is also now a term that is used in theater plays when, in movies when the main character is like, there's nowhere else for him to go and everything has gone wrong and it seems like it's the end for him, but then somebody comes and saves him. That is what in theater we call a Deus ex machina. And it's like when everything is like going wrong and then all of a sudden, when you least expect it, something or someone comes up out of nowhere and like helps you deal with the situation. That is what we call a Deus ex machina. But yeah, very, very old craft theater is.
And
very
one
ancient.
little question. In your
Sure.
first play, in your plays, do you still get nervous?
I do, each and every time. But I think, for me at least, that is what is the most addicting about theater. Being backstage just before the curtain opens and you get to begin, you feel like nervous, but it's like not bad nerves, it's like exciting nerves, because that is also one of the other things I find most interesting about theater and exciting about theater is that every time you do a play, it's different. Even though you've rehearsed it and it's the same script over and over and over and over again, like no two functions are equal. Like the same joke in one show might be the funniest joke ever, and then the exact same joke on another day, nobody will laugh about
Doesn't work the same.
it. It doesn't work the same.
So it depends also on the public.
Yeah, the audience is like, it's, yeah, I would think one of the most important things, because if you are able to connect with the audience, then the play and the theater and the fiction, everything becomes more potent, which is what we as actors aim for, you know, to move the people who are watching us and to provoke, to make them feel something. So when sometimes that just doesn't work, it's okay. It has to do with the energy of the audience and perhaps the energy of the performers as well. Yeah, but it's
Unique.
It's a unique experience, for sure.
Ramon, why did you start acting?
Why did I start acting? That is also a very good question. Since I was a kid, I've always loved movies. So I originally didn't start acting because I was in love with the theater. It was more because I was in love with movies and I wanted to do movies. And I started doing movies. When I started acting, sure, it was through the workshop at school, but it was also because I had already started doing short films and like producing stuff with my friends who were also very interested in cinema and films. But yeah, it was through my love of cinema and films that I knew I wanted to be an actor. And then when I came here to Mexico City and studied acting, I discovered theater and how different acting for a film is different from acting in theater. And that uniqueness made me just fall in love with it. And now I think, like, I wouldn't be able to choose between teaching or acting. I wouldn't be able to choose between theater or cinema as well.
Or TV.
Or TV even.
Or advertisements.
I mean, if I would have to choose, advertisement would be like on the
last
lowest of my priorities. It is what pays
The best.
the best, but it is certainly the least artistic of the three. So yeah, publicity would be like my least favorite, then TV, because everything in TV happens so fast.
Mhm.
And then theater and movies on the first spot. I wouldn't be able to choose.
Actually, when I went to Maya's house last year, she showed me some movies that she made with her friends.
You've done movies with your friends? That is so exciting.
And we actually played one in the TV, and it was like 3 hours.
Yeah, the most long one there was. It's a really cool movie named Akangai no Kame Family. But the first one that I made was named Navidad Loca. The second one was named the Mystery of the Hotel, and
The mystery. Wow.
and the last one that I did until now is the one of the Familia Kame. And on the talent show, I'm gonna do a play.
That is so cool. You should definitely continue doing more short films. Yeah, it reminds me of how I started. You know, we used to film short films, and then in the city where I'm from, there's a very famous film festival where you, as a young filmmaker, you get to submit your your short films. And that is how I started in all of this. So you should definitely continue doing it. I think it's so exciting. Yeah.
Bueno, pues ahora quiero invitarlos a ver una cápsula sobre cómo lo hace Fénix. Esta cápsula es muy, muy Fénix, así es que acompáñenos.
It's
Let's look
named
at
The
it.
Mystery of the Box.
Yeah.
Mystery of
The Mystery of the
Box.
Box.
It's super
Okay.
good. I was in it.
Nice. Let's watch it then.
So let's watch it.
Their life was about to change. Okay, you can go now. Happy birthday! Bye bye! What happened? The box is empty. Officers, I need to help. What happened? I saw something. It was scary. It was in my 11th birthday party, everything was good. And when everyone left, I was cleaning, and a creepy man come and gave me a box. I was interested, so I opened it, and inside there was a box. So I fainted. Then, whatever, I was also bitten by a snake, and in a crazy and creepy magic and escape. No way, the same thing happened to me. Seriously? Seriously? Oh, girl, what happened? I can explain it. We were in a tent and the birthday party, and then everyone go home, and then a creepy man gave us a box, and inside there was a and then we ran, and we go to a cave with a creepy, with two creepy birds, and then we opened the box and the snake bite it, and then we're here, so they did it. Okay, and the same thing happened to go. Yeah, but at different times, at different crowds. But it happens the same. We have had so many cases of the crazy talk. Stop! Oh, I know him. He's the kid of the Mr. Fox. I need to go find him. I will go with you. I have
What are you looking insane? I will make my wish with this magic quartz board. Yes, it's the good box. Thank God, Mr. Box. You will be behind bars. Thanks for being on the side.
Fíjense qué padre poder tener esta actividad alternativa en casa ahora que van a estar de vacaciones. Estaría muy bien utilizar la tecnología que tenemos a la mano. Ahora con un celular se puede hacer todo esto y ser muy creativos, invitar a tus amigos, a tu familia, a tus papás, no sé, y empezar desde hacer tu guión, ensayar y después grabarlo y si se puede pues hasta editarlo. Así es que muchas felicidades, Fénix. Y bueno, ¿qué les parece si continuamos con esta entrevista tan interesante? ¿Quieres continuar, Nova?
Mm-hmm. Ramon, if a kid wants to start acting, how does that work? Can kids legally act in plays and get paid?
Sure. I mean, they wouldn't get paid themselves, I think. I'm sure the parents would get paid for them, but then, and they would have to manage, their payment, but yeah, kids can play. I think there's a girl right now in Matilda that just started showing, and she's very young, probably about and I think she's probably about your age, and she's doing the musical now. So yeah, absolutely. I think you would have to first get your parents' permission, and then do some auditions. And then sure, you can do theater, and you can do even TV and movies. Yeah, if your parents allow it.
Of course.
Nova, where is the most prestigious place to act?
The most prestigious places to act are considered to be the big three entertainment hubs. They are Los Angeles, New York City, and London.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Where is the best place you have ever performed, Ramon?
The best place I've ever performed? Well, definitely not Los Angeles, London, or what was the other one?
New York.
New York. But here in Mexico City, we've also have a great theater scene. Actually, most of the theater in Mexico, the whole country, happens here in Mexico City. So I don't know if we can compare to New York or London or Los Angeles, but we have definitely a very huge theater scene. And I would say the biggest place or most important place I've ever acted in theater was definitely here in Mexico City. I got to do shows in a theater in Coyoacán. A small one, but a very iconic one, Teatro La Capilla. Not sure if Carmen got the chance to see me and my peers perform there on a play. And also, I have been fortunate enough, not in the theater but to film a movie in a little town near the city where I was born, in Morelia. We filmed in Pátzcuaro. And I think that is also a very, very cool experience because not many movies are produced in towns like Pátzcuaro. So to be able to be part of a film that was 100% Mexican and that also was filmed near my hometown was also very, very exciting and important.
Very special.
Very special.
Lea, where is the most famous place? Where's the most famous place?
The most famous place include Hamlet, that was written by Shakespeare in name of his son Hamlet, that he sadly passed away when he was I don't know how old he was, but Shakespeare wrote that play in name of his son. And Two other famous plays are Romeo and Juliet and Macbeth. That all of those are written by Shakespeare.
Yeah. Do you know that supposedly Macbeth is haunted? It's like a cursed play. We don't say the name of the play when we're in a theater. We say, instead of saying Macbeth, we say the Scottish play, because there is a superstition that if you say the name Macbeth inside of a theater, it's bad luck.
Really?
Yeah. So we don't say it. It's the Scottish play.
I didn't know. That's
Yeah. Theater is also it's such an old craft that is filled with superstition.
I've also heard that when you wish good luck, you say something like break your leg.
Break a leg. Yeah.
Which is funny because you don't wish.
You don't want to break a leg, but
yeah.
we say that in order to wish us luck before starting a play. That's true.
Nova, do you need to study something to become an actor?
To become an actor, you do not need to study anything, but there are some schools that have drama and acting classes. Ramon, what did you have to study to become an actor?
Well, I actually did have to study a lot to become an
think
actor.
so.
There's people that are fortunate enough to not to have to study, and they are talented like that. But yeah, I went to school for 4 years to become an actor. I mean, of course, I could act before going to school, but going to school gave me tools and gave me a technique, which is very, very important for actors. I had to, for once, I had to read a lot. When I was in acting school, I had to read every week. I had to go to see a play, and I had to write a report on it. I would have to read a theory book, as in acting theory. I would have to read authors such as Konstantin Stanislavski, Stella Adler, many people who write about how to be an actor. And I would also have to read a play, and I would also have to write a report on it. I studied movement lessons, I studied voice lessons, I studied theater history, I studied verse, which was an extension of my voice lessons. I had to take dancing lessons, I had to take singing lessons, and I had to take for specific kinds of theater, you need to take special classes in order to get the specific abilities needed to be able to perform certain types of plays. So yeah, I wouldn't say you don't need to study to become an actor. I say the study required, it's a different kind of study, but there's definitely study required.
Besides your own talent.
Yeah, besides your own talent.
You need to improve and to learn a lot to be a real good actor.
Yeah, my teachers always used to tell my peers and me that there are very talented people, but hardworking people are always going to be best because talent can always take you so far. Mm-hmm. And people who work become even more talented than the people who are just...
And I think that applies
to everything in life. Agreed, yeah.
That's true. Part.
Ramon,
yes.
Do you think acting is difficult?
For some people, I would. I mean, of course, it's difficult. There is it's difficult to learn a text and then perform it. Of course, there is like an innate difficulty to that. But I also think that it's difficult for some types of people to be able to act. It's not easy to put yourself in front of an audience on a stage and then be vulnerable, you know? You know, once you're up there in a stage, people can think and say anything about you and how you look and the work you're doing. So I think that is very nerve-wracking, and that is, I think, one of the difficult parts about doing theater. And that's why I think it comes like easier to some people. But I think also everyone can do it if they really put their hearts and minds on it. So
I
yeah.
think emotionally must be a real challenge.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely. I mean, even though it's all fictitious and like the emotions you see, portrayed are, we try to make to be natural and as realistic as possible. But yeah, it definitely it can be quite tiring. Yeah, to be like emotionally present for extended periods of time. Sorry.
I have a question for everyone. Do you have any acting talent you'd like to show our audience? I also have a talent. I can bark like really loudly, like a dog. I can go like, "Roo, roo, roo."
I can make a lot of voices, cry, and do the sound of a cat. I'm gonna make a voice. But I'm gonna do a conversation with Maya. What?
Hello, darling. How was your day?
It was like awesome, but I couldn't do anything.
Oh, why?
Because it was like so boring and I couldn't, it was not that good.
Okay.
Well, now I am going to cry while I do it because it takes me a little bit of time. Someone can do like a little, something like that really fast.
Okay, go. Okay, I'm gonna bark and I'm gonna speak like Stitch but in Spanish because I don't know how to say it in English. Yeah. And now I'm gonna do my voice. Stitch. Hola, yo soy Stitch.
Wow. That is also another thing I have never tried, like voice acting, like for an animated movie or anything. That's something I really want to do, but I haven't gotten the chance to do it.
And I also have a voice, but somebody needs to tell me what to say. Because
Tell us the weather.
Yes.
the weather is so foggy and it's so cold or hot over there. And nah. And I want to show you a game called the SAP game. And first you need to there's the main thing is called SAP, and you have to pass it to somebody. And if the other person says Hondo, then it's
Switches around, right?
Yes, it switches around. Then if the other person also says Hondo, like on your left and right, you have to change the direction to somebody else by saying solo.
Solo.
I am crying now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You see, that is a very good ability to have as an actress.
What happened to you?
Don't cry.
Don't
You're gonna
cry.
make us cry too.
You're gonna make me cry.
Well, continue.
And now we're gonna do a round of
Okay.
it. So SAP.
Za.
Condom.
You have to pass it. Hondo.
Or so
Stop.
You're like, you have to sap it to the next person. To parrot.
SAP.
Sup.
SAP. SAP. SAP.
Stop.
Hondo.
Okay.
Sup.
Okay.
And go on.
The game is finished.
Can you repeat? Yeah. That is so true. This is like a very famous theater game. When I was in school, we would used to do this game to warm up before beginning with a play or a scene.
It's like a reflex game.
Yeah, it keeps you alert, which is how you need to be when you're on stage.
Carmen, do you have any acting talent?
Oh, I haven't discovered it yet. Maybe I can improve or improvise,
Yeah, you can improvise.
and maybe that works in theater.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Improvisation is like
Improvisation.
a good thing to
But I
be able to
haven't
do.
tried, so I really don't know.
Another little talent that I have is that I can sound like a cat. Like I have a cat and he's always doing meow meow, and I can do like that, like meow meow meow.
Oh, and when you do it, does your cat like?
Yeah,
Looks at
sometimes
you, yeah?
when he's doing that sound, I say meow, and he comes to start, and we make like a conversation, and
That you make a conversation. That's really a talent.
well, now to continue with everything, I'm gonna ask Maya: are there awards for theater plays, like Oscars for movies, but for theater?
Yes, there are numerous prestigious awards for theater. For American theater, there are Tony Awards. For Broadway, there are Dramatic Awards. For Off-Broadway, there are Obie Awards and Author Citric Cycle Awards. You, Ramon, you have suddenly dreamed of getting an award? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think the dream of every actor, at least once in their life, is to win an Oscar or maybe even an Ariel, which is like the Mexican equivalent of an Oscar. Sure. Of course, it's one of my dreams. Have I gotten any awards yet? No, but we're still working on that. Yes.
Ramon, other than acting, do you have any other jobs?
Yeah, like I said before earlier, I am an English teacher. Being a teacher is also like my other passion in life, and I enjoy it very much.
And how
theater.
do they?
I'm sorry.
Theater teacher.
Oh, and theater teacher. Yeah, I'm sorry. What was the other question?
How do they relate to acting?
How does? Being a theater teacher, it's I think self-explanatory because it's a very direct correlation. But the way acting and theater relate to my job as a teacher, I think that many of as you know, I work with younger kids than yourselves. I think that some of my acting skills, such as that I can also make funny voices or stuff like that, really helps me to connect with my kids that are younger. They think I am very funny, and that is because there is a certain theatricality to my movements and the way I behave in general, that I think it's very theatrical, that I think kids find very appealing and funny. So I think that is, I don't know, I feel like my English classes are like a bit of theater. I get to stand in front of a tiny audience and show them things, which is basically what theater is. So it's like a mini version of doing theater, if you ask me.
To connect with people.
I do.
Young people.
Ramon, what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy going to the theater and to the movies. I also enjoy reading a lot and hanging out with my friends. Sometimes we just, I get together with my friends and we talk about what plays have we seen, what movies have we seen, and we talk about what we liked and what we didn't. And, sometimes we also start planning for future projects, theater projects or movie projects or things that we want to do.
Okay, and what advice would you give kids who would like to become actors?
Do it. I think the most important part about beginning to want to act is taking a chance. Many people never allow themselves to try it because they are very afraid of the audience. When in reality, once you're up there, like, the least of your worries is the audience. There are so many other things that you need to be thinking about and to be, concentrated on, that the audience and like the stage fright become like unimportant. So just do it, try it. If you are interested in acting and in theater, find a way, take a workshop, take a class, try it, and I think that you will become addicted to it. I think it's the best thing in the world, and it's one of the best art forms that exist. And yeah, I think everyone should try it because theater is a very fun and interesting thing to do. I think everyone should try it.
Well,
at least once.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you for this marvelous program. Y bueno, como decía Ramón, en todo lo que queramos hacer, yo creo que lo principal es atreverse, ¿no? Yes. Atreverse, no importa si no te sale bien a la primera, si te equivocas, si te cuesta trabajo. Todos los caminos empiezan por un primer paso, ¿no? Entonces hay que atreverse. Y bueno, para despedir este programa me gustaría cederles brevemente la palabra porque ya estamos al final. Si quieren mandar algún mensaje al público que nos está viendo o que vaya a ver el programa después o algún saludo. A ver, Lea.
Yo le quiero decir hola a mi mamá y a mi papá. Hola. Y si mi hermano no le da flojera ver esto, pues hola. Porque todo el tiempo está en el celular, pero no.
Bueno, pues que lo vea por el celular también. Muy bien.
Yo quiero decirle hola a Zoe, a mi mamá y a mi papá, a mi abuelita, a Yuri, y pues sí, a todos los que me estén viendo, a mis tíos y a todos esos. Sí.
Muy bien.
Igual.
¿Tú, Part?
Yo le quiero saludar
más cerquita
a mi perro, a Taylor Marine, a Max, a mis papás y a mis primos.
Maravilloso.
Yo quiero saludar a mi perro, pues mi pera, mi mamá, mi papá y mis primas.
Yo también quiero saludar a Lía y a Luna.
Yo quiero saludar a Lía, a Luna, a Nina y a Joana. Hola.
A Nina
y a
también.
Dani y a Claudia.
Yo también quiero decir hola a Joana.
And I will send
Ilia.
some saludos to my students from Manantial that hopefully will be watching me someday.
I hope so. Bueno, pues yo quiero mandarle un saludo a todo el ambiente de Fénix por todo el trabajo que ha hecho. Gracias, Joana. Y quiero agradecerle también a Andrea y a Jesús que están allá atrás en cabina apoyándonos para que este programa salga al aire. A ustedes que nos están viendo en vivo y a quienes vayan a ver este programa después en una grabación. Y bueno, los esperamos el próximo martes, que es 24 de marzo, con un programa bien interesante porque se trata sobre algo de la naturaleza y Montessori, que están súper relacionados. Entonces los esperamos el próximo martes y mientras tanto pues disfruten estas 2 semanitas previas a las vacaciones de primavera. Hasta luego.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, rock.
Montessori de la Condesa Radio. Una mirada al cambio.
Radeal.FM